Hey, everybody, a sad day. One of my favorite actors, Ryan O'Neal, passed away, 82 years old, 1941 to present. I immediately turned to my friend who watched the channel, Ed Losey, Edward Losey and Associates, Beverly Hills Public Relations, Night of 100 Stars, Anna Nicole Smith, and a lot of Hollywood royalty. Um, has a story regarding Ryan. And Ed, what do you remember about Mr. O'Neal?
Well, Zenny, thanks for the introduction. I guess I'll always be associated with Anna Nicole Smith, no matter what all the good things I've done for society.
I thought that was a good thing.
That's okay. That's all right. I mean, only a few people in this world have seen Anna Nicole Smith sitting at our Oscar party with Gary Coleman sitting in her lap. It was a sight that I'll never forget. It's funny, but I don't know if you saw it or not. But
I did. I did. Yeah. I wish anyway, I was him.
It's Ryan O'Neal. Quite the story for baby boomers who are listening. Ryan O'Neal was, star of Love Story, who got an Oscar nomination for that. Any baby boomer remembers Love Story from 1969. And of course, my favorite film of his, Barry Lyndon, which was also nominated for an Oscar, which was cutting edge technology used for that. That's what I recommend. Both of those films, as a memorial to him.
Mm-hmm.
My friend was Farrah Fawcett, and that was his that was his dream girl. I mean, that was his major squeeze, and it was complicated. So, relationships in Hollywood are complicated, but that was the main squeeze for Ryan O'Neal, was Farrah Fawcett. And the last time I saw him was at a private party in Los Angeles at the NoHo Club, and it was to launch the Farrah Fawcett Foundation for victims of bariatric cancer and various cancers involving digestion. She technically died of anal cancer, of all things, and but he was there, and he was there in a wheelchair, not because of his pancreatic cancer, but because while he was working out, he screwed up his leg. But he was there, so I got to talk with him one-on-one, and I was with Francesca Hilton, the only daughter of all of the Gabors, and Jaja Gabor. His father was Conrad Hilton, the founder of the Hilton hotel chain. And so, but she, Francesca is she's the counter Hilton. She's the problem child Hilton. And from the way she looked, she was obese, and she was loud and boisterous, in your face comedy. She had nothing to lose. She would shoot from the hip with statements.
Wow.
And they didn't really want her coming to this thing, but they relented, and I finally took her in because
she's definitely not...
all the other Hiltons were there,
including Paris.
And so we went to the party, and it turned into a circus because of Francesca, who had a couple of too many, but she doesn't deal with hypocrisy, and she doesn't deal with false people, and there was a room full of them.
Oh.
And so what was interesting is that everybody was coming up to me saying, can you get her out of here? Can you do something? And I said, you have a better sense of humor than I. They said that to me. And so, the organizers of the event were not pleased, and that she had every right to be there. But Francesca took it as payback time, And so she went up to the different Hiltons in the room and different people she didn't like and just let them have it in front of everybody. And so sitting in a wheelchair in a corner with a line of females, lining up to speak with him was Ryan O'Neal. And he was seeing this from his wheelchair. He was watching this, and he knows what it is to be to be picked on, and he knows what it is to go through every move that he's ever made, was attacked by certain people in the media. And now with social media just starting to really kick in, he knew what Francesca was going through. So Francesca went up to him and started, and he goes, "Stop." He goes, "I'm on your side." He goes, "I'm in a room full of hypocrites too. I'm here because, it was Farah, and this is, it was started by her girlfriend, her best girlfriend, Alana Hamilton, who was married to George Hamilton and who had her, own talk show with him. And she's the...
Oh, wait, was she with George Hamilton in 2010, my first Night of 100 Oscar party? And I asked because I had brunch at the Polo Lounge that morning, and George Hamilton walks past me on the way to Stephen Fry's table where Kirk Douglas was, and this gorgeous woman was with Hamilton, and I just almost my face almost fell off my neck.
Yeah, well, his stock in trade was always tall, blonde, blue-eyed. That was his thing. Alana Hamilton was his ex-wife. And but they still got along well, and they were great on television. They worked well together. And so they had this talk show, and this was in the late 90s. Early millennium, early 2000, and it was successful. And George then went from Alana Hamilton to another one named Kimberly Blackford. Kimberly Blackford, tall blonde model from Minnesota with Norwegian, a Swedish stock, and hooked into George Hamilton for 5 to almost 6 years. They were never apart. And he wound up becoming a father again, and Kimberly Blackford had George Hamilton's baby.
Wow.
Late in life. And he's a good-looking guy, good-looking kid. He's in his 20s now. I think he's 28 now. And but at the time, Alana Hamilton and Kimberly Blackford were best friends, and they were right up until Kimberly passed away. So way too young for her age. And another beautiful woman that was destroyed by drugs and alcohol, and her liver went. And so that Kimberly Blackford and Alana Hamilton were both at this launch party for the Farrah Fawcett Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And there he is in the corner, with people paying tribute. And it was fascinating to watch. and Francesca's looking for a fight. And, he says, stand over here. You're blocking my view. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Let's take them on. Let's take them all on. Right. And Francesca just was so endeared by that, and I thought I would share that.
Yeah.
I thought I would share that with you. Yeah, it was, and even that night, he went off the deep end too. He started screaming and yelling, and so they had to wheel him out.
Oh my God! What was he screaming? What was he yelling about?
You name it, So with that environment, and he was in pain, mm-hmm. and also psychologically in pain because of Farrah, and all these people from his past are there, and Farrah's past, and sometimes people can't take that, especially if you're on something, whether it's medications or drugs or alcohol or. And you start to act out, and Ryan O'Neal and Francesca Hilton are two major examples of celebrities acting out in public.
Wow!
So there they were, all in one room.
Hey, it looks like his daughter Tatum O'Neal, she had overdose problem this summer. And she says daddy issues, according to the New York Post. I thought, oh my Lord. Apparently, she was in a coma. Ryan's really had a hard time with her. That's
then there was the son, all the problems with the son, which there's not enough time to go into all the family problems. The thing is that all families have problems. It's just that they're highlighted when you're into this celebrity mode.
Right.
Then it's all, oh my God, it's horrible. But if you look into your own families, you'll see there's screw ups, there's health problems, there's relationship problems.
People.
And they're with regular people in life. And so there's a standard, myself representing celebrities knows full well how the public and the media that can put a spin on things, good or bad. You never know. It's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
You never know how the media is going to handle something.
I'm reading here that he, according to Tatum O'Neal, hated her because she won the Academy Award. And she's still the youngest Oscar winner ever, for getting Best Supporting Actress at age 10 and for Paper Moon. And she claims he sent her a note congratulating her on Oscar win, but her mother, Jonna Moore, who died in 1997, never acknowledged her Oscar, which is wild. But Ryan
was very proud of Tatum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that one.
And again, there's journalism and there's tabloidism.
Yes, absolutely.
Journalism is being chattered away, being chiseled away. That's the word.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. And for the 30-year plus time that I've been dealing with the media on behalf of my clients, I've seen excellent journalism, including research, including dotting the I's, making the spellings right, looking into something, whether it's fact or whether it's a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter anymore. It's like when a journalist gets an assignment to write something, he'll just go to Google.
Yep.
And then he'll go to the IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, to see, what's the last films or what they were working on, and go to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And most of the time, Wikipedia is, and I tell always to my clients, and you celebrities out there listening to this, make sure your Wikipedia is up to date, because that's where the obit writers go to immediately. So sometimes there's misinformation up there because anybody can edit your Wikipedia account. And so just a little word of advice, free advice, no charge.
Hey, that's good. Well, hey, folks, Ed, stick around in the background, folks. Just want to give a little few minutes to tribute Ryan O'Neal, and I regularly call on Ed to talk about the great stars of Hollywood with me. Ed's a great friend, a great guy who introduced me to all of this. It was Ed who got me into the Night of 100 Stars Oscar party, and really gave a positive contribution to what has become Zenny 62 Media. So Ed, stick around in the background, folks. Ryan O'Neal lives forever on our television sets and our movie theaters. Thanks for watching.